Okay, welcome back for part 2. Hopefully it's only 2 episodes. You'll see that this one isn't done up at the front. That's not because it doesn't do up, that's because Harvey is smaller than the mannequin body size, so I've put some wire in place, so you just have to pretend that gap is not there. So, diving straight in, again, same suspenders, same pistol belt, nothing changes. The suspenders are taped up with fabric tape. Remember, not electrical tape. It should not be that shiny crap that you get from places like Wix. Fabric. If you don't know what that is, search online for things like hockey tape. That is what you want. It should look like a fabric. So, this set has a British-made Carlisle pouch with the very, very British-looking press stud. You'll see these on things like British holsters. They are exactly the same. If you look, obviously this one's very shiny, but it's that popper style that the British use. And that press stud thing is on loads and loads of British stuff, absolutely loads. Apart from that, it's pretty much made exactly the same way. Again, like I said in the other video, fill your Carlisle pouch tin full of plasters, paracetamols. There's even flu tablets in there, antihistamine, sickness tablets, whatever you think you may use or other people may need. Fill that. Make it something usable that you can use. Okay. Oh, let's go. Let's get this way. Rigger pouch. You know, again, it's just full of clips. One nice thing, if you want to add just that tiny little bit extra detail, is see the tips are black. That's ball. That's just a plain rifle bullet. There's nothing exciting about that. If it's black tip, it's armor piercing. Armor piercing was more useful than ball and became more of a standard round because you can fire that through lightly armored vehicles, and I do mean lightly. You can also fire that at people. That doesn't quite have the same impact on lightly armoured vehicles. You might get lucky, but you're certainly more likely with the armour piercing. Hence why when you see the 30 cal belts on the boxes, they're almost always marked 4 AP, 1 TR. 4 armour piercing, 1 tracer. It's a more of a multi-purpose round, if you like. Oh, this cat, I can't do... Wow, and you also missed the cat trying to drink my tea a second ago. Okay, canteen cover, normal type, the M10, M1910, with that type of hanger on the back. I picked that up off the floor. I couldn't show it in the last video because I couldn't reach and couldn't get up because of my knee. Canteen cover and canteen, and obviously the mug, again, black top. You will see black top in the pictures if you look closely. Lots of them have the shiny ones, just that the shiny ones stand out more. If you don't want to use original canteens, What Price Glory do one with the metal cap, which is a fantastic reproduction. It is, yeah, impeccable. I don't care. I would drink out of a pond, you know. It's not killed me yet. It's not done me any harm. Some may argue. Do not buy them Soldier of Fortune ones with that weird teardrop thing on the top. They're not right. They look awful. Just avoid them. Rigger pouch is taped up with black tape. Again, if you have a Grand, you have to have a bayonet. M43 shovel. It's a full length one that hasn't been cut down. Again, like the T handle, you can find these cut down as well. This is a full one. Transitional, dated 43. You will find the OD7, the dark green ones, you know, the late war ones, dated 43. So, yeah, if you really want a dark green one, get a dark green one. The only thing you need to watch out for, the tab on the back should be the same as the 1910 canteen cover. If it has that system of eyelets and then a hanger that can be adjusted for the height, which was a great idea, it's late and you shouldn't be using it. That didn't come in until I think 44. 44. In fact, this is gonna be 44, isn't it? Yeah. You want, if you're gonna go with OD7, 43 dated and that single flappy tab on the back. I'll throw that in my crap pile. Again, 4 end blocks. Harvey keeps his M3. Oh yes, that's one thing I need to mention. I was supposed to pick this up. On a cot strap. You notice this is white. Not what all these other companies like, you know, Soldier Fortune and what Price Glory, they sell this utility strap. There's no such thing as a paratrooper's leg strap, a paratrooper's utility strap. They attach these, Hawkins mines, everything else with the straps from the cots. I don't know who first cottoned on that, you know, you don't need those straps anymore on the bed once it's set up. They certainly weren't going to jump with the cot, or although I'm sure at this rate, I'm sure we'll eventually find a reenactor on one of these videos which will state he jumped with his cot. I mean, they jump with everything else, civilian radios, baseball bats, desks, typewriters, so why not the cot? The only place we've come across that make these in the correct colour, with the correct buckles, with the correct end pieces, is a company in the US called Stand at the Door Productions, or just Stand at the Door, either way. They are on eBay, ebay.com, not co.uk. I think they're about 8-10 quid. Just don't use those awful utility strap bullshit nonsense pieces you see people using. It's just wrong. Either bite the bullet and buy a whole £10 strap, which is really going to break the bank. And these white straps should stand out a mile. They really do. Look at the pictures. You can't help but see them. Or use a bootlace, or use tape. Do not use that crap. Yeah, they should be white. They should stand out a mile. I don't think there's anybody over here that makes these. Certainly not yet. Anyway, hopefully somebody will do us a favour and start making them. Okay, so Harvey's M3 goes on his boot. He has 2 of those straps, also for a Hawkins mine. You can see pictures of those straps being attached to the bottom of musette bags, and you'll see things like raincoats rolled up and attached to them. Obviously the space inside the musette bag being rather limited. What else? Felt pads, yeah, we've covered felt pads. See, they get a bit samey, so there's only so much I can say about them. The other set I'm going to show you is my office's one, but that needs a lot of work and there's a lot coming off and a lot going on. But we'll go through that and we'll compare it to an original picture of the one I'm basing it on. So, anything else about Harvey's webbing we need to cover? No, I don't think there is. What, we're 7 minutes in and we can't end it there, can we? Right, let me chuck this on the floor and the cat and grab the other set and we'll go through my office set. Right, 2 seconds while I... Go on, sit on the chair. Okay, don't drink my tea, you prick. Oh, I need to work out how I get this undone. Right, there we go. Oh. Excuse me while I untangle the wire that I did this up with. See the things I do for you guys? Well, actually, I do it more for me. It's for my entertainment, these videos. Although making 7 videos to get 2 is not my idea of fun. Ah, my knee, Jesus. God. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Jordan, if you watch this, and Ross, riding a motorbike is a stupid hobby. God, my God, that hurts. Ow. Right, where's the buckle? There it is. Yes, you can sit on me in a second, cat. Give me a bloody chance. Okay. Let's see how I'm a bit bigger, so it goes on the mannequin straight away. No effort. Right, I'm not going to adjust it too much. There we go. Right. So let me shrink me down a second, and you should see. Oh, good. Right. So this is the set of webbing I'm basing this one on. Lensetic compass. You know what a lensetic compass looks like. It looks like, oh, let me get close to the screen. This is a girly, which is a fantastic name, obviously, which says on the dial, the manufacturer. You get superior, which says on the case, the manufacturer, covered in text. In fact, hold on, there's one here. It looks like you can just about see all the writing on it. You can't read what it says. That's a superior. Yes. I had to think then for a second. You know, when you say something and you doubt yourself. This isn't actually an original compass pouch. Not that you can really see it, but you will shortly when I enlarge the screen. It's one from HTC, because getting original ones over here is just a nightmare. I think I have one coming now from the US, but it's been a problem. So where's my mouse? There it is. Okay, so compass pouch is here. Which way around we get that way? Again, this all needs laying out, some things coming off and some things putting on. So at first I thought it was weird that the binocular case was actually on the belt. You can see in the picture these two loops are, where are we? Those two, again, we'll zoom in a minute so you can see this all properly. And the shoulder strap has actually been removed. I started looking for more and more pictures, only looking for binocular cases, and yep, sure enough, it's fairly common to see them on the belt like this. I guess it just doesn't flap around, it can't move, you know, it's not on a strap that could break. It is fixed there. You can't see what's around this side. You can just see what's around this side. So you've got an M3 knife in a really, really uncomfortable position. I mean, it's literally, if you bend, that's going to jab you in the leg. Rigger pouch, and then you've got M1A1 scabbard. HTC are kindly making two of these, one for me and one for our captain. All officers get M1A1 carbines. They do not get Colt 45s. I know I keep drumming this in, but we see far too many people running around with them because it's the only thing that goes bang, bang, bang is the only excuse that I can get my head around. Why you have to have a 1911 which goes bang, 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 I don't know. So, and behind that you can just, this little edge here is an M43 shovel, which is on its way from the US as we speak. I have a mint condition unissued cover with a T-handle shovel. Yeah, I'd like to see that work, with a 43 shovel as well going in it. Unfortunately, it's a great photo for the front, but there are no photos from behind. My map case is over there. I'm not going to get it, but my map case, look how thick this is. I covered map cases in another video. And I went through all the contents of mine because there was a guy doing a video of his contents in his map case. He was a collector, so we're coming at it from two different angles, but it was an interesting perspective that I had lots more in mine. So the map case is fine. That's dealt and done with. There's a rigger pouch sideways on the suspenders. Literally, he's thread it through. So let me just pad it out a bit so it's not flat because he's not been used. They're brand spanking new. So there's the pouch, and on the back there is a simple slider, so the belt slides through there. Now obviously there's nowhere for it to go unless you make a hole in it, so you turn it sideways and it then sits either that way or that way. Some of the 506 you'll see these on their suspenders and they're the right way round, so they probably put a hole there and a hole there so they can put the suspenders through it, or they've actually been purposely made the other way around. Of course, we can't see the back, so we will never know. We can only guess. Right, let me zoom me up to big. Pow, there we go. Isn't it easy when this works? Right, so let's start from the front. Wire cutters are going, because the M43 is coming. Wire cutters are 1 in 25 men gets a set of wire cutters. Now that's not, they only get a set of wire cutters. They get these as well as their e-tool, whether that will be a shovel, a pick or an axe. You get that on top. So there are wire cutters in the field. 1 in 10, as in every rifle squad, has a machete. Again, as well as your pick, axe, shovel. I presume that, well, I presume, I could be wrong, you wouldn't be unlucky enough to get given a set of wire cutters as 1 in 25 and a machete being 1 in 10 as well as your e-tool. You'd like to think that never happened, but this is the army we're talking about here. They do some strange things at times. Let's go around this. So being an officer, you carry an M1A1 carbine. Now we looked at what goes in these, and the only reference we can find is a member of, I think he's 506. He was either the LMG gunner or he was LMG gunner's assistant. Now in his pouch he has a box Oh, that's blurry. If I... It's very, very white. That light is horrific, right? Ah, there we go. Carbine caliber, 30 M1, 50 rounds. A box of 50 rounds, flanked by 2 mags. Now, I've seen no references at all to what actually anybody else who has a carbine, what they put in these. So I've duplicated that in both boxes. The labels are different on both boxes. They're reproductions, obviously. Otherwise, I would just crush them to death. So I have 2 rigger pouches with those. I have 1 rigger pouch with 2 frags. Binocular case you saw. There's the 2 hangers I was talking about for the shoulder strap. The shoulder strap has been taken away. Things like shoulder straps, the neck straps for the binoculars and bits and pieces like that can be gotten from What Price Glory if you need them. So if you find a case which is missing bits and pieces, What Price Glory do sell some good bits for the binocular cases. I thought I had a reproduction Carlisle pouch on one of these sets of weapons, but I guess not. I guess they're all original. Oh, good. That's a nice surprise. Carlisle pouch, one of my favourites. Again, my tin is full of useful things. But it's... Oh, you can't see. You might better see. Cadillac Fabrics, 1941. Lovely. It took me a while to find. I wanted that specific manufacturer, and it took me a while to find one which was in good enough condition to use. Canteen cover. It's the... Oh, I'm not going to say it. It's the Airborne version. No, it's not. Let me just unclip one side. There we go. So it has the 2 straps which go across the top, and then the strap on the middle with the hanger. It's nothing to do with Airborne whatsoever. They are just made like that. They're probably a cavalry thing. But then it doesn't really make sense that 1910 has 1 strap when cavalry was, you know, a thing. And then cavalry are no longer used and they make it with a strap on the back. So I'm not too sure about this whole cavalry thing. You know, it doesn't really add up. So I know you're all supposed to be all uniform and everything's supposed to be the same. I don't have any British items. What I do have, just to give me something different about me, well, not that I need much different about me, hey, is a black canteen. Various trials were done in 41-42, ways of saving metal, steel. They trialled enamel water bottles. They were a bit of a disaster. When the enamel chips, the metal rusts, the water goes brown, tastes foul. So these were then abandoned. This isn't actually an original one. This has been powder coated black. The cap's changed over to the flat type because they all had that type. And a rubber stamp has been put on the bottom. Now, if I shine the light on this properly, no, maybe not, you can see that it's actually a standard canteen, 1943, GP something 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 is stamped into it. So it's an original water bottle that has been powder coated black. Just a little something different. You also get plastic ones that were tried. It wasn't really plastic, it was called ether cell. Sort of a translucent orangey colour plastic. Very, very early in sort of the plastic development terms. And again, it just tainted the water and it tastes foul. So again, that was also scrapped. So they carried on just using metal canteens. And that was, you know, until whenever the plastic series started, and they've pretty much remained unchanged, haven't they? The other carbine box and mags. M3 in an M8, original M8 scabbard. M3 is one made by Booker. Booker was one of the original manufacturers during the war. And about 5 something years ago, it might be a little bit longer, they made a production run of M3 knives. They are amazing. They really are amazing knives. If you're not going to get original, I mean, softs are, you know, they're fine enough. I mean, who's going to start pulling their knife? So, but these are, if you want a very, very good usable knife, and I don't mean usable going slitting people's throats, but a usable knife that you can actually, you know, if you need to use a knife or whatever, it's razor sharp. It's made by a cutler company. Amazing. I don't know if you can still get hold of those Booker knives, if you can get hold of them through them, or they're being sold second hand somewhere. Stunning. Being a cutler, they don't really make scabbards, because the scabbard that come with it was the biggest piece of dog shit ever. I took one look at it and I threw it straight in the bin. It was honestly that bad. It was just pure junk. bought an original one, job done. Stunning, absolutely stunning. In there are 2 frags that I have repainted, one in early yellow and one in green with a yellow band. They're originals, they're relics. I found them, yes they were empty, no they didn't have fuses in them. They do now because I've jammed them in them and bodged them together so they stay. Then I gave them a lick of paint. I like the fact that I found them, obviously, because you know then they're free. But it's just, you know, it gives you something else when you're talking to the public. If you start talking about, you know, your personal life and what else you do other than playing dress up, you've got some other way of engaging with the public, and they like hearing about, you know, things that I find and all the dog tags that I find and return to families and veterans. It's a good way of engaging with the public, having some other knowledge and information behind you. Obviously all my webbing is taped up. I taped it really heavy because, you know, oh wait, that's not, oh I didn't do that one either. Strange, why did I obviously missed that? I just found my black tape then. I never even noticed that. How useless am I? This is why I'm an officer, you see. I can't even take webbing up. So, the wire cutters need to go. The 43 shovel needs to come onto this side at the back. This needs to go onto the very front. Scabbard goes there, 43 goes there. Everything else is pretty much right. And then it should look like the guy in that picture. I do have his name somewhere, but I can't remember off the top of my head, so I'm not even gonna take a guess on who he is. I'm sure he was 502. I could be wrong, but there's not many offices where you can see clearly their webbing. So it's a very valuable resource. Resource, yeah. Yeah, resource. So what else do I need to cover? Oh, I know one thing we haven't mentioned. What are we at? Oh, 22 minutes. We've got loads of time. The only other webbing you will see in lots and lots and lots of pictures is... We'll just hang it on there so I don't have to hold the damn thing. GP bags. If you look at all the 502 with Eisenhower, that's not going to fall on, is it? No. You'll see so many of GP bags. They fit an M1 ammo can, which is really useful. Or they can be full of all sorts of loose things, from rifle grenades to boxes of ammo, you name it. They were used for all sorts. Now, for us, the useful thing about using an ammo can is you can put in all the useful things which you need to take to an event that you don't want the public to see, but you need. Spare socks, spare boxers. You don't want them in your musette bag because your musette bag is basically a walking museum. It should contain all the things which they had that you're not going to use. You don't want to use World War II period socks. They're just for your musette bag, so you've got the right contents. You can hide everything in this bad boy. You can even hide your crisps and pasties in there if you want. Also fit in cans of Coke, you know, whatever you want to hide that you might want later on. Here's an ideal space. It will also give it some extra weight as well. This is one made by HTC. Now, these are solid as fuck. You will not get a better one unless you go original. These ain't cheap, neither are originals. There is a lot of work which goes into making one of these. There's the inside pocket inside that big flap which gets in the way when you put an ammo can in it. It's all reinforced. You've got the holes, you've got the drainage plugs, you've got these extra buckles on the side, both sides. It's solid, solid, solid. I think they cost 45 each, but there is a lot of crafting that goes into making one of those. There really is. So at first I went, how much? How come the riggers are a tenner each, but these are 45? Then when you get it, you go, okay, I can see why it's now 45 quid. Seems a lot. Well worth it. They really are. And obviously you'll need to pick up a original strap for it, or a reproduction one if you find one good enough. Now, as well as British kit, you can also find, if you're lucky, and I mean lucky, you can also find British-made GP bags. Again, exactly the same size, fits an M1 ammo can. But it's all the British weird buckles again. In fact, I can actually put this nearer the camera so you can see what I was trying to say earlier about them being sort of open. See the little space that's missing and the flap with the 2 holes in. Very, very British looking webbing. It has all the D-rings on the side. They're a bit sort of further round. It does have, on the HTC one, this strap is green, you know. It's correct. But it doesn't show up as much on this because it's the same colour. But it is made in exactly the same way. The only other thing that's weird about the British made ones, if you're lucky enough to get one, why did I put it back over there, is the clips. They don't clip on like M43 suspenders. See, they have this weird 2-piece of metal which is literally just bent over. Now, doing it up for the first time, it's fine. If you ever have to undo it, you are going to be pulling, oh look, grazes and these, you're going to be pulling your hair out. I mean, I think I use about 3 sets of pliers and jamming things in there and bending it back, which is quite scary for something which is quite hard to find and actually quite expensive. But I eventually got the thing on there, and what a relief that was. Yeah, if you find them cheap, buy it, because, well, I mean, if you get less than 100 quid, you've done really well. I've seen them on eBay and places. People ask anything from 100 quid to 250 quid. Same as the British made musette bags. When they come up for sale, they can be priced at stupid amounts. Unfortunately, somebody will probably pay that. Right, let's throw that over there. So it's out the way, because I don't know what I'll do. I'll knock it on me or pull the whole thing over, or it will collapse on me. So, I think... Oh, we didn't really see the stupid animal. The HTC pouch. Again, I don't know if you can see that. You can see there's some text on there. I have rubber stamps made for laundry marks. I do officer style and I do enlisted style. You know, they look. This isn't mine, but it's somebody's Fernando's. Whenever I get to see him, he can have it. There we go. You can just about see the C for Cummings is his surname. Yeah, the joke, I know. 6'8". Oh, it's going really, really close. Oh, there we go. Look at that, crystal clear. 6844. You know, you'll see these in the GI collector's guidebooks, and you'll see them online. And I get those made for whatever details needs to go on. So if you want one of those, you can contact me and I can sort that out for you. They take about 3-4 weeks to arrive because they're made in the States. So they're made, you know. If you like that whole US made thing, then yeah, great. And again, I stamp all my original kit with it. It's bought for living history, so you know everything's marked. It's either marked with a stamp or it's marked in pen. Yes, it's original. Tough. You can say I'm ruining things or whatever you want to say, but this is what it was bought for. Yeah, like my. Oh, you can't really see. It's that darkness there. That's it. It says, you know, 04143333, which is my number. Okay, I think we have actually finished. So this being video number 7, or take number 7 should we say, to get 2 videos. If anything goes wrong, you will see a 3-second video uploaded that says, fuck webbing, you're not getting a video. I ain't doing this again. Every time I think, oh, did I say that last time? Did I say that this time? I can't remember. Hence why I'm sort of stalling at the end, because I'm not sure if I've said everything, missed everything. Oh, I don't know if it'll pick up. See the colour difference in the suspenders? They're original. Just that is a vast, vast colour difference. But I love that. I love those weird quirks in manufacturers as they have one batch of webbing that's dyed slightly differently to the next, and they just run out and they grab the next load. Doesn't matter if it's half a set of webbing, you know, off on it goes, and it's put together and, you know, shipped off. But yeah, hence why I had this on my set, because I think, yeah, I like the fact it's different. Okay, I think we are done, folks. I so hope so. Any questions about any of the webbing, anything you can think of you want to know? Hopefully I know the answer. If not, I'll look it up first and cheat. If you want more videos like this, if you want them on, I don't know, uniforms, on CC2, on I don't know, whatever you guys want videos on, just let me know and I will try and help. Yeah, you know, you can only ask. I might go, I'm not bloody doing that. But if I can, I will. Right, I'm going to upload these if they are okay. I think we got there. Okay, until next time. Laters.